Hi and welcome back to my little film and TV channel. We're going to look at a Spanish drama today. Yes, it's subtitled, watched it, and it's also available dubbed. So just for my own convenience, I do watch dubbed, though some of these are worth watching in subtitles as well. But we're going to have a look at something called Alba, A-L-B-A, Alba. 13 times 55 minute episodes. So it took me a while to get through this. It took me probably about 4 or 5 days in little sections, which is all it was watchable. It wasn't a great binge watch. It wasn't one of those you sort of get hooked on and want to watch the next scene, but in little segments, it's not too bad. Classed as an 18 certificate, a drama, a crime thriller drama, basically. It's all about a rape case, and it was produced by Atras Media and Boomerang TV, and is an adaptation of a Turkish series and novel. It premiered on Ultra's Player Premium on the 28th of March 2021, and it's just appeared on Netflix here in the UK. And I'm recording this, or I watched it finished watching it on the 19th of July 2022. It's a couple of days after that now, but it was released on the 14th of July. Yeah, Internet Movie Database, as at the 19th of July, it may have altered slightly. 6.1 out of 10, so it's okay, a watchable score. 352 people have left reviews and scores. 192 scored between 6 and 9, and just 88 between 2 and 5. So that's a 69% positivity. So it doesn't sound too bad. What's it about? Well, it's set in Marina Baixa. Is it Madrid? Around in Madrid, a student at the University Alba, is in a relationship with Bruno, a young man from her hometown. One night after returning to her hometown for the holidays, she's a victim of a gang rape and wakes up on the beach in the morning. 3 out of 4 of the male perpetrators are best friends with Bruno. Yeah, so that's the grittiness, that's the power of this. Some of the critics, what they've said online, we've got TV Fanatic Girl said, this series was difficult to watch because of the content. It was also so gripping and important. In a lot of ways, it reminded me of Unbelievable and Lies and Deceit. I think it was a brilliant decision to have the show focus on Alba's journey after the horrific event. There was a lot of emotional and sensitive content, so viewers should be aware of that. I couldn't easily binge watch this one because it was so heavy and draining at times. Yeah, probably. Yeah, slightly different reasons for not binge watching it. I had to watch just a few episodes a day. I personally felt like the episodes were too long and weighed down by some of the soapy fluff that was unneeded. I'd agree with that. There's like a business thing going on in the background as well, which was just a bit uninteresting and unneeded. It was just to fill it out. Alba told an important and relevant story, she goes on to say. The ending was satisfying and the performances were outstanding, but it definitely had some pacing issues, yes. And Pooja Sharma from Leisure Bite, another website, said, despite being a Spanish TV series, Alba is one of today's most powerful series that provides a realistic take on issues such as feminism and gender roles in the modern world. It features a strong female character as protagonist who is not afraid to stand up for what she believes in, including relationships. The show also focuses on the consequences of casual sex and the dangers women face in society. The series exhibits excellent plot twists and well thought out pacing. Probably disagreeing with the other critique there, making it a work of art. Yes, I wouldn't go that far. Alba showcases the brutally clinical nature of rape investigations and highlights the accountability of law enforcement authorities and the public questioning survivors' sexual consent. It is undoubtedly a must-watch. So there you go. One that liked it and one that really liked it. What did I think? Well, it was okay. It seemed a bit out of its time, although in a modern day setting. I'm not too sure the police procedures in Spain or Turkey, obviously, which this is based on, but it did feel a little bit out of its time. But not surprising, I must admit. So there is a lot of love for this. I am quite amazed how they stretched it out to 13 episodes. I mentioned that little side plot about the work business and stuff, which has been affected, obviously, by certain characters in being accused of rape, etc. But it was just too unnecessary and boring. It did make the whole thing become a little bit monotonous at times, which is a shame for such a sort of gritty story. It could have been wrapped up possibly this in 3 or 4 shows, and I think it would have been a far better watch, and certainly would have been more of a binge watch. So not ideal as a binge watch. Far too long, 13 episodes. I just, even though I kept going back and watching it didn't drag me back. I just felt it was a sense of duty to watch it all through. Mostly unlikable characters. Yeah, I digress or I'm different to the critique before. I think even the female protagonist, who should be pitied, of course, and worthy of support in this, pushed my my support to the extremes. Mainly based on what a bit of an idiot she was. I mean, that doesn't mean you shouldn't, think bad things should happen to you, but it's just how she did that. I didn't see the common sense of it, even though I say that's just my opinion. I just didn't see the common sense of what she was doing, which didn't help herself either, which doesn't excuse anything, but it's just the way it's portrayed as the character. And it's interesting to see that side of it as well. But she did push the barriers of common sense as far as what a person would do in that situation as well. The dubbing is fine. The dubbing is okay. Possibly best watched with subtitles. Watch it in a original language. But yeah, for me, I am going to give it a score. I'm just giving my basic okay score of 5 out of 10. It would have been 3 or 4 episodes, a bit sharper, a bit tighter. It might have crept to a 6.5, because there were elements of it that were a good watch, a worthy watch, a gritty watch, as you can appreciate from the storyline. But just too many unlikable characters. I mean, I couldn't really. I like someone to invest in. I was struggling. I did invest in the protagonist, the lady, the girl in it, but yeah, she just sort of wound me up sometimes, so I couldn't fully invest in her, which is such a shame. But I'm glad or happy that justice was seen to be done, and that's all we can ever ask, isn't it, in these sort of things? But I'll give it a 5 out of 10, because it was okay, not an unmitigated disaster, far from it. But as I say, it did have elements, but far too long and drawn out. Let me know what you think, guys. Anyway, until we meet again, please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.